Good morning, Internet. Today we have something fun to do here at Bunny Hall, Making a Life by the Sea. I got a fun package in the mail, which I ordered, so I'm about to open now. And it has a story to it as well, because from this same purchaser from eBay, for whom I'm opening this package, I had ordered from already with a rather sad tale, which I shall tell you after I open this box to see if this is also a sad tale. Because if this is a sad tale, this may be video take number 3, because I was unboxing the other one last week with video to share the joy, but it turned out to not be joy at all, but instead rather tragic. But today, let's hope it is not tragic. I see it's a much larger box. So let's see if what we have is what I'm hoping we have. Okay, good. Extra foam, that's always good. Still think they haven't quite learned their lesson with that, but let's set this down here. And opening this duct tape. This is probably really boring. I may have to slip through this part a bit. But let's see. Of course, I hurt my thumb, so it's really hard to use scissors. I should use my left hand, I suppose. But this is a much better job. When they sent what I'm about to show you last time, they did such a bad job. That's why it was such a sad opening video, which I was so upset I just deleted the video. Didn't want any memory of it. So, I'm sure you're on tenterhooks. What could it be? Aha! I don't see any breakage. Aha, what do we have? Let's grab the camera and see if I can come in close for you to see. Do you see? Yes, rows and rows and rows of lovely new quail's eggs. So now I can tell Now I can tell the sad saga of the quail's eggs. Well, the saga of the quail's eggs was the other package arrived early. It was barely wrapped. I've ordered eggs online before. I've never had this happen. They barely wrapped them. I opened them up and they were cracked. There were probably 5 or 6 that weren't cracked, and I'm sure those wouldn't hatch. So, but luckily the person made right, and I asked them to wrap them the way I normally see them wrapped, which he did, and he should do from now on, because now there's it's still not, I ordered 60, it's still not the full amount, but at least they're in pretty good shape. Now the other sad story is the reason I'm getting the quail's eggs is I am on batch number 2 of my quail, because my first batch I raised up until they were just getting to the point to where they were about to lay, and they were so sweet. And there's one that had a little gimpy leg that was like such a special one to me, that she was like my special little pet. And I thought I had done a good job of making their pen quite secure. I had put chicken wire under everything. Every little section was bolted each night. And what happened is a fox or a badger or a raccoon, something, was able to jimmy the lock, move a large rock, and make the little bit that opens onto where they would lay eggs. And they were able to get in there. And I woke up the next morning and every single one of them was killed. It was so, so sad. So I immediately ordered eggs. They came broken. That was sad. So now luckily we have these eggs, so I'm going to be putting these in the incubator. So whether or not that's going to be just today's blog, or it might be part of another blog, so we'll see. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you, that yes, I did get my quail's eggs, thank goodness. They are in pretty good nick. Let's look at them. Don't mind my dirty gardener's fingernails and my plaster my bandage because I had a tea kettle incident. But now we can replenish our quail supply here at Bunny Hall, and this time I'm making them extra secure. So let's get on. Whoops, I'm not even in the shot. There we go. Let's get on with whatever else this video will be. Let's go. And here we have the chance to see my darling little quail that hatched from that. Oh heavens, I thought I made a good little quail cage out of my books. Aren't they darling? Look at the color variety. I'm really excited. So these are 3, I have 5 that hatched out of the batch you saw that I was opening. Those are still in the incubator. They still need probably at least another 4 days or so. And then, so these were the ones I thought weren't going to hatch because most of the eggs were broken, and I thought I have to at least get, look how darling they are. I should put them back in their cage. 1 second. So these two, especially this one's actually quite large for a quail. See, this is about the size they normally are, about the size of a little bumblebee. But this one, which I don't know what color this is going to be either. I've never hatched multicolored quail before. I've only done the traditional sort of natural looking Japanese quail, which I think is what this little fella is. But this one's an interesting color. Aren't they adorable? But I have to put them back because I don't want them. I can hear their little friends calling them. I have a separate little incubator that I keep as a little brooder. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this little fella down here, I'm a little worried about him. But you know, I've hatched quail a few times. Look at this little darling yellow one. Now, as I said, the one that looks like a little chipmunk, those ones, oh, that little darling, look at him getting out. Oh, he's such a little devil. Well, after I caught that quail, I decided, why don't I share another part of my day? And this is still quail oriented in the fact that I am doing a sketch on my quail. As you may or may not know, I am an artist, so every day I work on artwork. I'm trying to actually focus a lot more on wallpaper and fabric design of late, though I do still do fine art as well, but design has always been important to me. So here I am working on a sketch, a rough up of I took some photos of the quail yesterday, so I'll just take a few photos, pick out some that I kind of like, usually put them on my phone, set them aside, and then I use my my Wacom digital tablet to sketch. Here I'm just sketching in it's like a digital biro or a pen. And yeah, I just like to sketch out ideas, just give a good sketch in watercolor usually is the first thing I do for a study. And in this case, I will probably do something like this sketch I'm working on now. And I will even consider this sketch, even though it's a study for another piece, a finished piece, which I will most likely put on things like bags, cups, those type of things. But then I also use it as a playground or a starting point to then design some more things. I'm probably going to make a wallpaper / fabric design that I probably will use here at Bunny Hall with quail in. So these 3 quail, which I do as a study of sketching and watercolor, will not only become a standalone piece, but it will also become a starting point for some other designs. And then when I do designs, decorative things for fabric and things like that, sometimes I will take it to a more representative phase, so it's not quite as sketchy or detailed, just more flowing lines and color and such. So I just thought I would share this part of my day, as I had a fun day of playing with the quail and etc. Oh, and then to just go back to the quail, the original package of quail eggs that were broken that I didn't share, of that package I got the 6 quail, of which I showed you a few today, and I have another 50 quail eggs which were delivered separately, which the ones I opened at the beginning of this vlog, those are still in the incubator. They have another 4 days to go, so we'll see what we end up with, and I will share those when they hatch as well. So all right, well, I hope you are enjoying me sharing my painting and sketching, which is inspired both by my life living here on the sea and the things I like to do, which is raise birds and animals and things. So all right, well, let's get back to drawing, and then let's end this video. Well, I think that's going to do it for us today. I'm ending just with the view and the sound because it just started to rain. Oh, thank heavens. It's been so muggy for the past 2 days, and usually it's quite cool out here because we get the sea breezes, but we've had almost no wind and it's been rather muggy. So to finally have the rain, I just wanted to close with it. So let's listen for just a moment. You can just hear the rain, and I'm not sure, hopefully you're picking up the mist across the sea. Oh, I love a day like this here at Bunny Hall. Well, I wanted to close by saying I'm still trying to figure out this YouTube journey. I feel like my content is probably so varied that the algorithms will probably never even show it to anyone, and I'm not sure that there will be anyone out there who was ever interested in watching my boring little life here at in this quiet spot out on the sea. But today, sharing just a sketch I was working on based on my quail, I'm wondering if maybe I should do more of my art as part of my life. It's just hard to decide because my life is my art, but the garden is also my art, and that feeds my art. The sea and the beach and just this general place is also part of my art, and that feeds my art. And then, of course, I love doing DIY and interiors, and I probably will be doing more of that as the weather cools into the autumn, and that also all speaks to my art. So I'm not sure. It's such a mishmash of things. I'm not even sure it's even wise for me to have a YouTube channel. But you know what? I'm just going to keep filming what I find interesting. You can hear the quail in the background. I'm just going to keep filming what I find interesting, making it into funny little videos, and we'll see what we see. And I guess if anyone's interested, they'll subscribe and follow. So I think that's going to do it for me today here at Bunny Hall. I'm making a life by the sea, and you know, I'm actually even considering changing the name of my YouTube channel. Maybe instead of making a life by the sea, it should be an artist life by the sea. I don't know. This is the part where if I had followers and commenters, I'd ask, what do you think the name of my channel should be? And do you think I should focus more on art and such? But as I've only a couple little commenters, which I very much appreciate, I guess I'll just leave it up to my own discretion. All right, well, I hear the quail calling in the background, so I think I'm going to go do some more sketching of them and then start editing this video. Well, thank you for joining me here at Making a Life by the Sea, and I hope even if you live thousands of miles from the sea, that you can find your own way to make a life by the sea. Cheers.